Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me today. So my name is Deidre Norton, and I'm a Platinum Consultant with Team Sky and Team Skyline. Today's training is going to be VAX for Beginners. Where do I begin? So if you're a new agent, even if you are an existing agent, this may be very helpful if you're not familiar with how to use VAX. I'm going to show you the very basics today. We're not going to dive deep into VAX. I will show you a few things, but I just basically want to show you guys when you have and someone interested in a trip, or if it's all-inclusive resort, etc., VAX is going to be your go-to. So I am going to show you how to use VAX. So let's get started. The first thing I am going to do now is share my screen with you, and then we are going to go to VAX. Going to move my chat box over in case anybody puts anything in chat that I can catch. And we're going to close out the participants box. All right, so here we are. If you're not registered for VAX, it's very important that you do get registered. You can watch this training. Like I said, it will be recorded and you can go back to it later. So if you have not registered for VAX, you need to do that. You do that via the back office, Travel Cafe, under the USA Suppliers tab, and just follow the specific instructions in order to be registered and approved. That's for all of our suppliers. So if you are registered for VAX, obviously, you're just going to log into your VAX, and it's going to bring you to a page that looks like this. As I said, today I'm not going to touch on a lot of different things. We will have different training for that. This is just basically how to get started, what to do, where to go when you're trying to do a quote. So there's all these tabs up top. Like I said, we're not going to go into this. For those of you that are wanting some education for VAX, if you click on this education tab right here, you see it says supplier training and education. That's going to be trainings on all of the suppliers in VAX. You've got VAX training in general, new advisor education. I highly recommend that all of you come in here and go through these trainings. They will help you so much. It will be absolutely unbelievable. The conference is when you can get some print collateral and things like that. You got your resource tab for any resource type thing you want to do, destination weddings, specialty travel, all sorts of things in here. So this is just kind of gives you an idea of what these tabs look like. These are where you find promotions, incentives. I actually have a booking that I need to do today. So I have a quote that I'm going to be working on with you guys. So I don't need to look for any promotions. I already have specifics on the resort that she wants to go to. So I'm just going to be doing that. And then here you have all of your suppliers in here, ALG Vacations, Apple, Blue Sky Tours, FunJet, SeaWorld you can do in here as well. You've got Southwest Vacation, Travel Impressions, etc. Hotels, resorts, air cruises. I don't ever recommend booking cruises anywhere other than the cruise line portals, okay? So all you're going to do is come in here. This is the main page. We're going to scroll down right here. When I'm doing an all-inclusive package to Mexico, Dominican, Jamaica, wherever it may be, I always come into VAX and look first. They seem to be pretty good to me here lately. All right, if you click on this, excuse me, you're going to see the drop down. So this is all of your suppliers that you have in here that you can use. Now, the only ones that you're really going to be able to use for all-inclusive resorts is going to be Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, Travel Impressions, Southwest Vacations, Blue Sky Tours Hawaii. That's typically for Hawaii. You got United Vacations. My first two are Apple and FunJet. So that's where I start. I always go to FunJet. I don't have any rhyme or reason. There's no right or wrong. It's just my preference. If I have the time, I will quote the same thing in another supplier just to see what they have to offer. So today we're going to click FunJet Vacations. And then here we go. So you can click here, and this is going to give you, if you want to do flight and hotel. I'm choosing today flight, hotel, and transfer. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You can look for hotels only in here. You can see here hotel only package. Plus, you got hotel and transfers, flight only, flight card, hotel and car activities, multi-origin you can do in here as well. As I said, we're not going to go real deep into this, okay? So let's choose flight, hotel, and this. So I already know that my clients are departing from Fort Worth. So you would come in here and type in the city of your departure and it will pull it up. Okay. And of course, we're going to be going to Cancun. Now, as you can see, it pulls up several different things. This is the hotel zone. I'm choosing this today because I know the particular hotel or hotels that we're going to be quoting are in the hotel zone of Cancun. I know Cancun fairly well. I've been there over my lifetime, probably. Well, we're actually going in May. It's going to be our 33rd time. So as you all know, I love Cancun. But so I know it pretty well. So this is the hotel they want. You could pick the destination in Cancun. There's Isla Mujeres. That's like a separate little island. You do have to get there via ferry. Riviera Maya is outside of Cancun, like going down towards Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, that area down there. And then you can choose Cancun and Riviera Maya if you wanted to. So if I have a new client that does not have any idea where they want to go, I choose this area because there could be a lot of options. I know just we're doing this right here because my client they're only doing 4 nights. So they don't want to spend their time traveling from the airport down to wherever the Riviera Maya or Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, whatever. They want to jump off that plane, get their bags. They want to get to that transportation and get to their hotel. Most all your hotels you can get to within about 30 minutes or less from Cancun Airport. So that's why we're choosing this. So we know we have 1 room, 2 adults. There's no children. And our departure dates are going to be June 6th through the 10th. So we have 4 nights. Now I'm using a promo code today because I don't know if all of you saw it, but if you did not see it and you're interested in it, if you have bookings going on, I got to pull it back up. So hold on. It's going on from April 4th through April 26th, and your travel times are from April 7th to December 14th, and there's some blackout dates. So let me know afterwards if you guys want this or not, but it is a promotion. It's a promo code. It's up to $150 off. Whenever I get promotions, I always pass them on to my clients. So this is the code. If you guys want to write it down really quick, I'll leave it once I get it typed in here. Let me just make sure that's right. DIA 4AT G24. Yep. So if you guys want to, well, actually, I will copy it for you and I will put it in the chat box. So keep this code. And if you book in here, then pass the savings on to your clients. And it looks like we have someone in here trying to get on. So Amanda and looks like Bilpa just joined us. We're already started, so we're already recording, okay? So I'm just gonna let you know. So here is the code, guys, for this promotion. You can copy and paste that or write that down. I'll just put it in the chat box for you. So we're gonna use this code and I am gonna add travel protection. I recommend always adding travel protection. I don't know if any of you are familiar with 10 leg, but I do use that a lot as well. Today, I'm just adding travel protection to make it easy and simple. But 10 leg is a third-party insurance company that you can sell. You get 17% commission on those policies. So I probably will actually do a policy for her out of this and take away the travel protection once I'm finished. I'm just doing it to show you how in here. So if you guys want to know about 10 leg and you don't already have it, message me, DM me, whatever you want. I also am happy to share my phone number in here as always. So here is my phone number. Text me if you want any information afterwards, or if you guys have questions after we're finished. I'm big on that. But 10 leg is a great third-party insurance company, and the fact that you can earn 17% commission on those policies are great. They also have an affiliate link that you're able to provide to your client. So even after you book a vacation, like if I didn't add insurance on this package right here, and I did it without, I could send them my 10 leg affiliate link after this, and they could go in. And it's nice because your client can kind of pick and choose what type of insurance they want. It's kind of like an a la carte thing where they can, you know, add, pick, delete, whatever they don't want. So it's really nice to be able to do that way. So really, if you haven't gotten that information and you're not registered for it, let me know or ask your mentor. And if they don't, then you guys can reach out to me. Okay. All right, so now we're going to click search because we're not going to do any advanced searches. No one need that. I'm just going to click search. Super simple.
Hello?
Hello? You have a question?
Yes, I do. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Um, that code, I'm sorry. You were speaking really fast and it's hard for me to catch up. What is it for again?
So this code is a special promotion right now that VAX is offering us. It's good from April 5th to April 26th, as long as you book in that window. It's up to $150 off. So I'm using it to pass it on to my clients.
Oh, April 5th to April what?
April 26th, travel window is 4/7 to 12/14.
12 4 7. Huh?
Yep, 12/7, 4/7 to 12/14. You can find this, I think, too, in the travel cafe as well.
Okay. Um, and you said Vax?
Yeah, that's what we're doing the training on is VAX.
I know, but I mean like darn it. I'm trying to get us all right. I'm sorry. Um back special. I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure out what word. Okay. Uh all right.
All right, you got it?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, so now it's got everything pulled up. So you can see this right here. So this is exclusive nonstop vacation flights from a airline that I actually never heard of. They must be out of Texas. But this flight does not look appealing to me because I do know that they want to travel early as they can in the morning because they don't want to waste a whole day traveling since they're only going for 4 nights. So I'm going to try to find them an early flight. And then, of course, they want to return late as they can within reasonable times on their return day. So a flight from Atlanta or Dallas to Cancun. Atlanta's 2 hours, 10 minutes. Flights from Dallas here, they're about 3 hours. So you don't want to waste your day traveling. So what you can do here is, because you don't see any other options for flights, is you can click on right here where it says outbound flights. And when you click on that, it's going to pull up additional flight options. There we go. All right, so you can scroll through here and look, but I do know that they want nonstop flights. So I'm going to use the filters over here. If your clients don't specify that they want nonstop flights, then you can maybe try to find them, depending on what their budget is. It all depends. So I kind of know my client pretty well, what she's wanting. So I am going to filter out and I'm going to use nonstop. And as you can see, the only airlines over here that offers nonstop is going to be that Sun Country Airlines and American Airlines out of Dallas. So I do not like these flights right here from Sun Country. Not good on the times. Nobody wants to travel at 1:40 and get there at 4:30 in the afternoon. They've wasted their entire day. So we're going to scroll through here and I'm going to find a morning flight for my departure. Now, as you can see, all of these different flight pricings, all these different fares, these are things that you're going to have to do when you do a deep dive into VAX, and these things will be explained in some of those resources I was telling you about. I always ask my clients when booking airfare, do they want basic economy? So you should always qualify your client. Do you want basic economy? Do you want, business class, whatever? And I always ask them, do you have a preference if it's a non-refundable fare and that there's no changes or no seat selections available? Because that's going to always be your cheapest flight that you can get. My client says she didn't care either way. So you always want to make sure you know that, because these non-refundable fares that you see right here, if they wanted something that they were able to make some changes to, then you would come down here and pick something that does not say non-refundable. All right. So we don't like 522. I don't like 225. 622, yeah, she's probably gonna kill me. So I'm gonna see if there's something else. Arrives at 902. That's pretty reasonable. Oh, here's a 712, arrives 1002. They're traveling with another couple too, so I'm actually gonna probably pick this one because my other couple's going out of Atlanta and they get in at like 9:48 or something, so that would put them together. So we're gonna choose this fare. And then you see basic economy or main cabin. So the difference in these two basically is you get to pick your seats with main cabin. You have overhead bin space, which you have anyways. You can do changes or refunds, and you get general boarding based on where you sit. Here, you do not get none of these. So you see how it's X'd out. So for now, I'm just going to click this because it's what we're going to choose. Because I know my clients, they don't care. And then obviously I don't like this 8 o'clock a.m. coming back. So we're going to click on the return flight options to see what comes up. Nobody wants to end their vacation with having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't. All right, so we're gonna bypass this. We're gonna come up here and filter. I know she's gonna want nonstop. And obviously you see American is the only one that offers that. So let's see what they have coming back. 6:05 is a little late. 10:02, no, 11:05. We may end up picking this 11:05. Well, there's a 12:14. So you can see when you keep scrolling through the flights, how the kind of price changes a little bit. It gets a little more expensive. That's still the same. Let's see if there's one more later one. Oh, here's a 2 p.m. 4:15. Let me go check something really quick. I need to go back in here and see what time she is leaving. 3:25. I'm gonna try to make it where I can all go back to the airport together, but that doesn't look like it's gonna be possible unless I choose this 4:15 flight. And it bumps it up in price a pretty good bit. I'm gonna select it anyways. Oh, because I didn't choose a non-refundable fare. So I'm just gonna upgrade. No, we're gonna go back. Golly, they don't have very much to choose from right here. 6:05. I'm gonna pick this one. They'll have a whole day on their departure day to spend at the pool and then go to the airport. Okay, so then you see right here, it's got all of our flights we picked. 7:12 to 10:02. Non-refundable basic economy, non-refundable basic economy. And then we have our hotel. So then here you're gonna see, this is gonna be what they suggest. It's gonna be their pick of the day or whatever. I know this is not the hotel that I want. So all you have to do is come over here and click on hotels. And then it's gonna pull up and give you a list of all the hotels. And then you can kind of start scrolling. You do have filters over here on the left. If you know a specific hotel name, you can type it in, okay? You can filter whatever you want. I kind of already know what they want. We know we want all inclusive, so I'll stick that on there. We have our dates. So what I'm looking for right now is going to be, and also if your client gives you a budget, let's say if your client told you that they wanted to spend $3,000. So then you could scroll through here and with the flights that you have picked, you can kind of see where you're at. And then you can see the deduction that it takes off of the current pricing. So if you had to stay in a particular budget, you would want to focus on hotels that offer this pricing. Always do your research, always read your reviews if you're not familiar with hotels. For some of you that are new, you are probably not going to know about all the hotels right off bat. So if you try to find a hotel for your client, go in Google, put that hotel in and read some reviews, see what it's about. If you read the reviews and they're not good, you don't want to put your client in there. You know, I don't ever try to put my client in anything less than a, 4-star or above. they're going on a vacation like that, you want to give them the best. You don't want to put them in something they're not going to be happy with. And you can see there's more 5 and 4 stars than there are anything else. Okay. So you're pretty good here. And see how it's got my promo code on here? And just to show you how it does it. So that promo code, it was up to $150. Remember I said that, up to. So it actually only took $57.68 off of this package. I don't know any rhyme or reason why that happens. So I know that I'm looking for the Ryu Cancun. It's going to be the first one that I'm going to choose. So here it is right here. And I am going to click on Ryu Cancun All Inclusive. I also know that I'm looking for the same room type and category as my other clients, which I think I had them in. Junior Suite Ocean View. So you can see the price right here starting from, so this is all going to depend on what room you pick. All right, you see right here, it tells you there's up to $850 in resort credits. So this is going to be the room type that they get. So Ocean View Suite. So it just shows you pictures. And you are able to save these pictures on your computer for when you're preparing a quote. If you guys are using a Google Doc or Word or whatever you're using, you can save pictures from in here. What you keep seeing me going to is TravelJoy. That is a platform that I actually pay for. It's absolutely amazing. It does itineraries just to kind of give you an idea of what this proposal would look like. When you send it to your client, this is what you're going to see. So you can see it's resort options for Cancun. It's for Sam and Emily's trip, and it gives them the 3 resort options that I gave. So this is just a way to kind of put your proposal into one little thing. So this is where you can copy and paste those pages, but you can do it in Google Docs as well. All right, so I'm going to come down right here now. I'm going to click on rooms. So you remember the suite that I was looking for was a Junior Suite Ocean View. So I'm going to select this room because I know what they want. And then once you choose that, it's going to give you that overall price. So you have the Ryu Cancun, you have Junior Ocean Suite. It's got all of your, you can click on these tabs. It'll show you what everything is. So you do a lot of copy and pasting from here when you're preparing your quotes. It allows you to also have access to the Ryu Caribe and the Ryu Dunamar. There's a lot of Ryus in Cancun and they're right together. So then we're down to the shared transportation to and from Cancun Airport. So it's already included. We do not have to add this additionally. And then our travel protection is also here. So you can remove this if you want to, or you can click edit to see what the total price of that travel protection is so that you can let your client know if they ask. So it's $179.88 for that travel protection. And if you wanted to remove it, then obviously you could remove it, okay? So we're going to leave it here. And then you can come over here and see your total price of $29.3308. So that is going to be the total package price as of now. Okay. So I want to save this itinerary. So you're going to come here and this is the itinerary that you're working on. So I want to save this. I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to name it. So now when I go and I pull up and retrieve my itineraries that I have saved, I'll be able to look for this. So then I'm going to click save. Now, just to show you where that itinerary will be once you save it, up here at the top where it says retrieve saved itineraries, you click on it. See, this is what I just did. So if you want to go back to that later and look at it, then you click on it, it's going to bring you right back to that. Now, remember when you send your clients a quote, guys, the quote that I get right now It's only gonna be good probably through the end of today because they're gonna want to deposit today to secure this pricing. I'm gonna show you where you see that information in just a second, okay? So whenever you send someone a quote, it's very, very important. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do a really easy quote to send to your clients using Google Docs. So you see right here, it says warning, selected flights are not available. Please choose different flights. I don't really know what's going on right here. This has been doing this all day to me. I definitely think this is a glitch because we know those flights were just there. So I'm just gonna do a refresh and see if it goes away. So we definitely know this has changed. I wonder what's up with this. So that's weird. So we're gonna just click change flight and see what's going on. This normally does not happen. I don't know if this is a glitch today in VAX, and if it is, I do apologize, but I have no control. All right, we're gonna go back over here. And we're gonna do nonstop flights. And of course, we have American Airlines again. So let's look and see what we have available. I think it's a glitch. We know we don't want that for departure. $712. Yeah, I think that was my flight right there. $712 arriving at 10:02. So I'm gonna do something to get rid of that problem. I'm gonna click this right here. We gotta change the return flight. We're gonna filter. Now I don't remember what flight I picked. I'm gonna do this 415 one. All right, so it did change the price a little bit. So here now I brought this package up because I did pick some different flights. And then you can see right here, it only gave a $48.60 discount, which I don't know why. It does still have my junior suite room. So again, we're gonna click save because we wanna make sure that this itinerary is saved. Let's see what happens now. I'm gonna name this one too because I'm going to delete that other one. So we're gonna delete that first one. And now we have this one we want to go to. So let's go back to the one we were at. All right, so it's still the same. All right, so now this is how you get back to it. Now, this is how you can see what the deposits are because it's super frustrating. Something else that you can also do is you can click and add your extra commissions in here as well in VAX. And so this is something that's nice. It's all going to be personal preference on how much a commission you want to add, but you click here, this is going to kind of show you your commission. Okay, so your commission on this is going to be $245.38. All right. So if I had a client, and I do have these that give me, I don't want to say a lot of trouble, but make you spend a lot of time quoting different things. If I have a client that I have to do more than 2 quotes for, then I always add a service fee on here. So all you do is just come in here and add it. And depending on how many quotes I do, 2 quotes are free, typically for me. And guys, this is only because I'm somewhat established with repeat business. But if people want more than 2 quotes or they're being unreasonable, then I charge $25 extra for each quote. So you would just put in here $25 and then hit set commissions. So that means you're gonna get your commission right here and you're gonna get an additional $25 service fee. But since I know I'm not doing that. So you know your commission is gonna be $245.38. So we're just gonna close that out. Now, my rule of thumb is that you never really want to email a quote directly to your client that has all of the supplier information on it. The reason this is, not that we're trying to be sneaky, not that we're trying to hide anything, but you don't want to put in your hard work, do all your research, spend your time taken away from something else that you could be doing, and send a quote directly from the supplier to the client and then see the price and then them know that it's from FunJet or Apple or whatever. And they get on the computer and start looking on their own and book it themselves and snag it right out from under you. So that's the only reason I don't send any information that has any supplier information in it. So I'm going to show you right now an easy way to be able to prepare a quote and send to your client, or you can even do it from an email. So you can, as like I said, you can email or print your itinerary. So we're going to do email. And then all you do is you come in here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to email it to yourself. So I'm going to email it to Why Not Travel. You're not going to put your client's email in here because you don't want them getting this quote directly from the supplier. Okay. And then you're able to put any kind of little information you want in here. I take all of this out because you don't want anything saying it's from Archer. You want to brand yourself. You want to sell yourself, your brand, your business name. Okay. So I take all that out because I'm going to do my own introduction when I do my email. So then you can see right here, there's been no payments made. Total dues $34.91. The deposit is due on April 15th. So they're giving us a little bit of time right here of $719.98. So we do have a little bit of time. All the other quotes that I've done today on here have been due today, which is weird. It's got all your airfare information. You see it's got all this in here. So then what you're going to do is, you don't want your agent ID in here. Okay. And then you're going to scroll back to the top and you're going to hit preview. So you're going to see what it's going to look like. This is how it's going to look. Okay. So I'm just going to hit email and it's going to go to myself. And then I'm going to take you and show you how to do it in your Google Doc. All right. So it says it was done. We're going to close out. So now I'm going to go into my email. So this looks like it already came from, it's coming from Archer. I don't know why it's doing that. Yep. Okay. So here it is. This is my quote that I just did. So you see you have it already in email form. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this right here because it's got all the information that's needed in here. See it? And we're going to forward this email, not reply, but we're going to forward this email. This is where you can come in and put in your client's email to send them the quote. Very easy. So again, I'm just going to choose to email it back to myself as if I'm the client. Okay. And then what you're going to do is this is where you can go in and take out things that you don't want in here. All of the supplier information. You can add your business logo in here. So we don't want all this in here, so I'm taking it out. Delete. I don't want this in here. I don't want this in here. This in here. So we want to do the amount of payments has been 0. This is the balance due. This is when the deposit's due. So you can leave all this in here. It has all the information on their airfare, where it's going, what it's doing, hotel check-in. This they will be able to click on I typically remove the link because we don't want them going directly back to, you can leave this here if you want to. So let's check, yep. All right, so we're gonna come on down. This link is gone. Since it's not related to a honeymoon, I'm taking this out. Okay. We're going to leave that in here, all inclusive amenities. This is all okay. You can leave this, shows this. You want to leave this. So there's not anything else in here that shows funds yet, okay? Here's where your transportation. I would go ahead and remove this. So make sure you remove all of your links. It's got your travel credit information here because you'll provide that with our final itinerary. Identification, you can leave that in here. You pretty much know anybody traveling outside the United States, guys, other than a closed loop cruise has to have that passport. So that's another way you qualify. So then right here, it's showing you all the breakdown. Travel protections 219. I used a promotion, so they'll see they're getting a promotion. So this is the total price, and their options of 219 is this. So you can leave this all in here. I'm gonna take this out. And then we have our logo here. So I also want, nope, that's exactly where I want it. So then you're just gonna come back up to the top of your email and you're gonna say, bring this up, you wanna make it look nice. So we're gonna say, whoops. You can kind of put whatever you want. So I just said below the itinerary and quote, might help if I spell it right, that I prepared for you. Please take a look and let me know. Whoop, nobody caught that, did they? Let me know you approve, or if we need, still I gotta do my copy. Approve, or if we need to make any changes, I'm happy to do so. I always at the beginning of my message in caps.
You put a T instead of a Y.
Okay. Why am I doing that? I guess I can't type today. We're at QUOTE. This is a quote only.
Yeah.
Where'd I do it?
Yeah, where it says happy, I'm happy to do so.
Oh, Lord, see, I'm going too fast today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so all right, so you see how I put this in here? This is a quote only. And prices, we're gonna get rid of this. This is a quote only. Prices and availability are subject to change until booking is secured with a deposit or paid in full. This is very important. This covers you. That means if they don't get back to you after this due date when this deposit's on and that price has changed, you let them know that it's a quote only and it is not secure and the price does not stand after the deposit date is over, unless there's a booking made prior. So I always come down here and kind of make this in red. Here we go. So that it can't be missed, okay? This is gonna cover you, it's gonna help you, because if you don't, in the second, it's not really gonna be your fault that it happens, but if you don't include this, so you can say, I let you know that it was a quote only and that it was, not secure unless the deposit was made by the due date. Then, you at least can have that for your own security. You don't want to make a client mad and be like, well, you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me it was good through a certain time. So I'll always put this in here. It just covers you. No need to make a client upset if not necessary. All right, so it looks like we pretty much have the basic. You can add any message that you want to in here. I probably would have worded this different. I just did it very quickly today just because I'm trying to show you guys how to do it and we're limited on time. So you can type it in, you can make it more professional. And typically I do. I have kind of a copy and paste thing that I use that goes in here, but I just did it really quick. So make your message however you want. Guys, use ChatGPT. ChatGPT. I love that so much. I use it for everything. You can go in ChatGPT and you can tell it to write me a introductory message introducing a travel proposal quote to a client, and you'll be surprised at what it will bring you up. So then you've got this done and you just want to double check it, make sure everything again. Here we go. So this is the client. Just scroll back through, make sure we don't have any fun jet stuff in here. I did put my business information in here as well at the end because I have an email signature on here. And then all you're going to do is click send. So it's been sent to your client. You've given them a quote. This is a simple way to do it. And to show you what that's going to look like, we're going to go to the email I sent it to. And this is what it's going to look like when your client opens that email. So this is it. When your client clicks on it, look, they know it's come from me. I'm telling them it's a quote. Hello, Deidre, below is the itinerary and quote that I prepared for you. Typically you'd put the hotel, the resorts or whatever. You did, sometimes I put 3 in here. You could do however, and then this is what they see. So they've got all the information. So they can reply, they could call you, whatever they want. Does anybody have questions about that before we leave this part of it? Does that seem fairly easy? All right, I see some questions here. Remember, I told you I wasn't gonna be able to keep up with the chat. Richard, you said you can sort hotels by stars, right? Yes, absolutely. We'll go back to that in just a second. So if nobody has any questions about how you kind of do this little simple itinerary and quote, we're going to go back in VAX. So let's just go back and start over, and I'll show you, Richard, that you are able to sort hotels by stars. Let's just do it really quick. No, I don't want to leave that. We're doing this. I'm not gonna put the promo code in, but I'll show you how you do this. Delaney, you said, does VAX only do Caribbean packages? And if they do offer other regions, do you recommend using VAX or another vendor? They do offer other regions, and you'll be able to see it in here. There are like, other, I guess, all-inclusive places you would go that you could use. Pleasant Holidays does a little more destinations. Classic Vacations you could check as well. But VAX is mainly for your Caribbean, all-inclusive, Barbados, Jamaica, St. Lucia, those kind of places. So Richard, you asked me, could you filter by stars? You see right here. So if you only wanted 4-star and 5-star hotels, then that's what it's going to pull up. Does that help answer your question? You have all sorts of filters in here that you can filter by. If they want adults only, they want all inclusive, which I chose. Beach, you can do what you want on here, but yes, you are able to filter. So that is how you create a very simple quote with VAX. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want me to go back to the beginning and go over it again? I do not mind. We can just scroll through kind of fast if you want it. So unmute, let me know that if you want to know, if you want me to go back through anything or who's got questions.
I do. If you can go back through it again for me. You kind of speak fast, so it's hard for me to keep up.
Okay, so who is this talking?
Melina?
Melina, okay, absolutely. And you and I also can schedule a Zoom together and go over this if you need me to, okay? So Richard, you said, how do we go about booking activities like football events, etc.? That's a whole nother training, Richard. You can get with your mentor on that. That would be golden tickets. All right, so Melina, I am going to go through really quick just for the ones who need it again. And then if you want to set up a one-on-one, you can get with me and do that, okay? So we're just going to stick with Apple Vacations. We're going to do this again. You're going to pick your flight. Not your flight. We're going to pick whether you want a hotel, whatever kind of package you want. We're going to do everything together. We want flight, hotel, and transfers. We're going from Dallas, Fort Worth, or whatever departure city you are going to. We're going to do Cancun again. So you put in your destination. You'll want one room. You can choose up to 4 rooms in here. Okay. You can do up to 8 adults. Add your children if you have children. Then we're going to choose our dates. I already know them. So it's the 6th through the 10th. I had that promo code. So if you do have a promo code, you want to use it. And then I'm going to add my travel protection. It's really simple. Just add your travel protection, hit search. Then it's going to come to the area to where you're going to be able to look at your flights. If you don't like it, you'll be able to change them. And then you're also going to be able to filter through your hotels. So they're always, VAX is always going to populate their resort of the day. And you'll see it here in just a second. So here's our airline set part right here. I know I do not like this Sun Country, so I'm not even entertaining this. Now look what they've given me. They have given me some different airfares in here, but I know that I want nonstop. If you don't care about nonstop, then you can filter and scroll through all of these and pick and choose what you want if they're asking for a particular hotel. But I know my client wants nonstop, so I'm going to click on nonstop. And it will show you how many flights you have at nonstop. So then, Melina, you just check your flights. I'm just going to pick something really quick right here. Let me see. We're just going to pick this. So you pick what flight you want. Then you make sure you have your returning flight. And I just want you to pick your return flight right here. So I'm just going to pick this one to be quick. So Richard, that's going to be 10 leg. They pay 17% commissions. I'm not sure if you logged on after we got started, but I explained that about 10 leg. It's a third-party insurance company, our trip protection that we can use that gives us an affiliate. So then you see, Melina, we have our airfare right here. Okay. You come on down. It's got your hotels. You can filter by hotels if you want. So I think right now I'm in Apple, so that's why it's pulling up a little different. So you can just scroll through and pick your hotel. For instance, if you had a particular hotel that you wanted to use, which we just quoted, the Rio Cancun, you can come in here if you're looking for a specific one. And then you see how it pulls up, Rio Cancun. You click it, and then it brings you straight to this particular hotel. And then you just continue going through. All right, does anybody else have any other questions? So this is how you basically get started with VAX. It's a beginner training, just to kind of give you the basics, kind of show you how to get started. As I mentioned, I highly recommend all of you coming back into your VAX portal if you have not taken any of their education courses. All of these education courses will go over a lot of this. It will go over selecting your airfare, what each fare means, how to filter. So all of these things are going to be very, very imperative for you guys to do. They are great trainings. They're not boring. They're very, very, very well taught. So that is our completion today on our training, VAX for Beginners. I do appreciate all of you joining me today. I'm going to stop recording.